of his doctors would tell me they couldn't believe how I could turn off being a wife and become medical
That was going to be my next question
and
because
then
that
go
is a
back to being
big
his wife.
separation.
It's hard. It's very, very hard.
Can
But
I? I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay, guys, if you are on, finally, the YouTube channel is up, so you guys can definitely go on live and see it. If you are not my friend on Facebook, my YouTube channel was always open. The V spot was changed. Val, we have Val here, and I just wanted to let them know so you can go ahead and continue your story because now we're now live as well on YouTube.
it's just, I think the separating, being able to separate emotionally, because you're so involved, with your loved one,
Mhm.
you can't separate that. So I just praise God that I was able to, come in and they were doing, I'm like, you're doing what? You want to do what? No, you can't do this, let's do that. You can do this, you can't do that. I'm changing his medication to this, or I'm taking him off of this. And then I can turn right around and be like, hey babe, how you doing?
And thank God for that because that also helped him with his longevity of life.
Yeah, because he
You know?
never really, we all made a commitment not to tell him everything, so we wanted his faith was so strong, and you couldn't tell him he was sick, so we didn't ever want to stymie that. So he never knew. I just took the brunt of everything.
Okay.
Eventually, I felt as though I became him, so that I could just take everything that he had, so that he wouldn't have to deal with it. And that's what you do as a caregiver. So.
Well, as a wife, period. Like you are the neck and he's the head, but you have to protect where he looks and what he sees. So that was amazing because that could have been so. The whole thing would have could have been completely different on his body and his effects. I believe in vibrations and and if he would have known some things that could have just altered everything, and the vibrations that flow through us. There is a book out that I read, The Language of Water, and it talked about vibrations in the way that we speak to people and the effect that it has when you're when you're soft and things like that, how it levels you out. But a roar can make that. And so it could have been the same thing. Those things that they could have said to him could have been roars that just sent those vibrations through his body that would have been completely different. So, you was like his water whisperer. And I'm serious, and I mean that, and I don't mean that in like a playful because you were.
Right.
So that is absolutely amazing. So thank God for that. Thank God for
Yes,
you.
thank
Thank
God
God
for
for
that.
someone being there because that is awesome. If he lived 2.5 years and 3 days, he made it.
Right, absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
He made it longer than what they said, and that was absolutely amazing. So that's going to bring us to who ordered these shoes.
Mm.
Yo, guys, like you like how I like tuned in it. That was good, right? It was just like dun dun. So we're going to talk about who ordered these shoes because it's something very special and very powerful behind that. One, because his birthday is tomorrow,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So his birthday is tomorrow, and we have the virtual book signing of who ordered these shoes. So let's talk about who ordered these shoes
Hmm.
and what made you, because that is an awesome name. Hi
Yeah.
Tony, thank you so much for joining me. Please like and share. So let's talk about that. How did
Well,
you come up with that
I
name
came up
first?
with that name because you know how we are always taught, our steps are pre-ordered before the
Mhm.
foundation of the
Mhm.
world. And who in the world ordered my shoes?
Mhm.
Whoever thought that I would have these shoes to walk in? And, I look back on even, our marriage of 34 years and then the caregiving of 14 years.
Mhm.
Um, who ever thought that I would be here,
Mhm.
here by myself, talking about the love of my life and that he is no
Oh,
longer here.
well, he's
And
here.
yes, he's here. He's
Mhm.
always here.
Mhm. Mhm.
But who ordered these shoes? I picked that title because of all of the different scenarios of our life together, but mainly that last 14 years of, of going through different situations and of his health. And one of the things is on this book, if you can see the shoes
Mhm.
or stilettos,
Mhm.
I'm 6'1". I have had 3 knee replacements, 9 surgeries on my foot. So why would I order these shoes? I
Mhm.
would never
Mhm.
order these
Mhm.
shoes.
Like why,
So
why,
how
why?
appropriate is this picture for me of who ordered these shoes? And to just know that, the person who ordered the shoes knew that they were going to fit and knew
Right.
that I would be able to walk in them
Right.
and wear them. And who ordered these shoes is, it doesn't say this on the book, but who ordered these shoes is our story of love and purpose. And purpose being my purpose, to find out what my purpose really is.
Mhm.
A lot of times we think that we know our purpose, and a lot of times you do know your purpose. But I thought that I knew my purpose, but I didn't until this happened.
Okay.
And I knew that my purpose was to be a caregiver. And of course that's why, I worked in healthcare because I enjoyed, helping people. But it just took me to another level of being able to care for people and to get them back to a lifestyle where they belong
Mhm.
and to help them find that. And for me to realize that that's what I do. Like, I do have the gift of healing. I do have, I can do energy healing
Mhm.
and
So
walk with
definitely your
people.
hands.
hmm
So definitely your hands are
And that's
definitely.
all, like, why did I pick massage? Did I pick massage or did he pick massage?
Mhm.
And it all plays a part, a significant part into coming to my purpose. And, my purpose has enabled me to meet different people that have pulmonary hypertension and walk with them through it. And unfortunately, be with them when their loved one passes away too. But to be able to speak to them in a language that is not, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it, that is truthful.
Mhm.
I'll just say that is truthful. And I tell everyone upon my first meeting them, I'm not going to sugarcoat this.
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts
Mhm.
because I didn't get the truth. I had to fight to get the truth,
Yeah.
from these doctors. So I want to walk with people and help them to discover the truth. One of the last person that I walked with, she was so excited. She was such a sweet lady. And she told me, she said, yeah, they're going to give him a new heart, and he's going to be better. And I let her keep talking about it. And then I was like, you know what? He's not going to be better.
Mhm.
How is he going to be better with a new heart when the lungs are going to cause the heart to go into failure?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I said, well, I want you to go back to them and ask them that same question.
Mhm.
And so she didn't talk to me anymore.
Mhm.
So I thought I offended her. And she called me, I guess was it 2 months ago, about, to tell me her husband passed away and to thank me for not sugarcoating anything
Mhm.
and to thank me for having questions for her to go back and ask those doctors because they're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you, different things that aren't true. Like, I remember they would tell me that my husband's numbers were better. I said, so they're better, but is he better? Is that going to make
Mhm.
him better?
Mhm.
No, they're better than they were, but they're not good.
Mhm.
So what difference does it make that the numbers are better today? Or we're going to do this, or we're going to do that. And, my husband also had end-stage renal disease.
Okay.
So it was hard to um, balance the kidneys working well as opposed to the lungs and heart working well. If the heart and lungs work well, the kidneys didn't. If the kidneys did, the heart and lungs didn't. So because my latter job were as a medical product specialist, where I read package inserts and did investigations, they would put him on a medication, and I would read the package insert, and it says not for people with renal disease.
And it's like, why?
So I said, well, why is he taking it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how's it going to help him?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any clinical trials on this? No. I said, well, can I do a clinical trial? I'll do one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, if you don't know all of these different scenarios, all of these different options, and all of these different things that they tell you, then you're not going to understand how to make your loved one better. And you need to know all of that. You need to have the ammunition and tools to be able to fight this good fight. And
Mhm.
I always like to preface that my fight is spelled PHIGHT for pulmonary hypertension.
Oh, that is
Because my
awesome.
fight will always, as long as I have breath in my body, I will continue to fight,
Mm-hmm.
to bring awareness to pulmonary hypertension, to bring awareness to the zebra in the room, because pulmonary hypertension's mascot, so to speak, is a zebra. Who gives the disease a mascot?
Yeah.
Something, I equate mascots with school, and, you're cheering things
Mhm.
on.
I was going to say
to do well.
they are a cheerleader.
Right.
So why would you give something so deadly a cheerleader?
Right, a cheerleader. That's just mind-boggling.
But when you think about black and white, it also means confusion.
Mm-hmm. And it is, and that's why it's a zebra.
Because
Because
it's
of the confusion of the sound of the
Mhm.
heart,
Mhm.
of what the heart makes, its horse's hoofs, like they say,
Mhm.
that's what it sounds like. But for pulmonary hypertension, the hoof sound is different.
Yeah.
So a zebra is different, so
Mhm.
it's just, it was a learning experience, and it's my purpose.
It was an awesome experience, and I know that it's been so many years that you endured it. So to speak about it, who else to speak about it than someone who lived it? And you're just like, well, here, let me do this book. Ding ding. I know,
It
when
took
it's
a
just
long time,
yeah, but because it took so long, you're kind of like the fight PH for dummies. You know those dummy books?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You should do a dummy
Maybe I'll
book.
do a dummy book for pulmonary hypertension. That's a good idea. See, I told you. This girl's in the wrong field.
Because when I think about it, those and the dummy books are so crazy, but they're so on point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I read, what did I read for dummies? Oh my goodness. And I was like, wait a minute now. Because it was so, and that's what you can do.
Yeah, that's good, because I already paid for my next book.
Hmm.
I published I didn't know what I was going to write, but now I think I'm going to do
Yeah.
that.
And isn't it black and white as well? Those books are black and white. They're black and white,
Mhm.
and the top is with like a red or something, and then it said like a chalkboard.
Yeah, yeah. So I could do zebra. That's a good idea.
That is
Valerie,
so. See.
What's the name of that thing what is it called, where you get all the little information?
Well, what I have is called Vowels Hookup.
Yeah,
Because
that's
remember
what,
we
yeah,
talked about
that's
it.
what she needs
So
to have
it
that.
turned to Vowels Hookup because I know a lot of people, they do a lot of things.
She
But
does. You need it? Call her. Call her.
but I think that that's absolutely amazing for you because so many people, maybe they don't want to reach out, but that dummy book would definitely be, it's something that needs to be in everyone's. And then who knows, we're just going to speak this, then doctors can recommend your book.
That's what I'm hoping.
Because
I
they will
contacted
recommend
them,
that book.
yes,
So we're
yes.
already claiming that doctors is going to recommend this book for someone who lived in this for so many years. So that would be absolutely awesome because it's like, okay, even if you can't get me, I'm in Jersey and you're in California, this book is here for you. So that's absolutely amazing. So even with all of that, we're now back at who ordered these shoes. And after walking this path and these stilettos, when you know you need flats, because you done had all of this stuff going on, and the flats feel so much better.
Yes.
And they're so much more comfortable, right? Now let's just say those flats, because I love flats. So hi Dave, thank you so much for coming on. Hi Terry, thank you guys so much for coming on. Please like and share. Thank you so much for everyone who cannot get on. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel because all of the information is there as well. But we walk in these flats or in things that are so comfortable. For us, nobody wants to wear stilettos. They're cute. They're high. I can't have them on for too long. Even the Duchess, she wears two sizes too big, and in her shoes because they're very very uncomfortable. But it makes us sit up straight, right? It makes us stand tall. It makes us look forward. So you had to wear those stilettos. Thank you so much. Someone just shared, and I appreciate you so much, David. Thank you so much for sharing this. It made you stand up and look tall because you could have kept those plates on and lived down low, and it was easier for you to go to the ground.
Right. And sometimes I remember taking this workshop, making your pain your platform or something like that. And for me, I was still, a little withdrawn, like I didn't want to do it. And, she just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. And it's just like, why stay down, not walk tall in my flats and do what I have to do. And I don't have to do it with stilettos on. But to be
in an uncomfortable area.
Yeah, and willing to share that uncomfort with people to help them to get through what it is that they need to get through. And the one thing that I can say that I guess is a deterrent for me, and my daughter always gets on me, is I become that person, because I get so involved. Like I want to. I just want to heal the world, and I want to help that person get through this. So I take it on me, and then it makes me relive, those 14 years.
That Band-Aid over and over and over again.
But I know I sound redundant, but it's my purpose,
And even with scars, we can continuously, peel that Band-Aid, but in time, that last pulling is dried up. And it's there, but it doesn't ooze as much anymore,
Right.
when it doesn't. So, through this process, it's Benny. Was this
Yes.
Ben or Benny?
Benny.
Through this process, Benny's just like, one more time, because he wants you healed.
Yeah, he does.
And it's like, one more time, just pull it one more time. No, not yet, it's still oozing, but one more time. So let's send one more person, and I honestly believe that. Let's send one more person. Let's send, because he knows.
I was told, again, it's just, this whole energy thing. I was massaging someone, and she was a Reiki master. I didn't know that. She didn't know I was Reiki. And she told me, she said, there's a man in here in this room with us. And, I'm like, where? Who? And she described my husband. I
But
didn't
isn't
know
it
this
amazing
lady.
how she was able to sense it on you, but you couldn't sense, like, my husband is walking with me. But it's an amazing thing when someone else can come in and can sense the same exact thing. It's like, God.
It was amazing. And
Did you
she
cry?
was like, he's right there, and he wants me to tell you that he wants you to stop hurting. He wants you to live your life, move forward. He wants you to be happy. And for the longest time, I was like, no, I just want to be sad. I just want to, live my little sorrow. But, I did want to do that for a while. But now it's about me. It's some things I'm going to do to change me, because I still tried to hold on to things like rituals that he liked. But, I'm able to let those things go.
And you honored him so well.
And to move forward. It's just time. And, and not to say this selfishly, but it's my time, and I'm going to move forward, It is what... That was his favorite saying, it is what it is. And I hated when he would say it.
Well.
And now I say it more than I think he ever said it in our lifetime. But it is what it is. It really is. So
and that is absolutely awesome to be able to. So again, that's why it's just like one more Band-Aid. Oh, no, not yet. Well, that's, you help. Let's sew this back up. Let's give it a little more time. Let's add some ointment. Let's
Mhm.
because you took care of Benny for so many years,
Yes. Yeah.
for so many years, for so many years, for so many years, even in his after. And okay, I don't want to get too deep, but he needs to rest too,
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
because it's like I keep coming down, I keep staying around. I need to make sure she's okay. Did we pull that minute off yet? Did it come completely off yet? It was coming. I see it. Oh, she put it back on.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. And so that can be a dovetail, not a dovetail. Is that the right word? Segue is the word into yoni steaming.
Hmm.
Because all yoni steaming is good for so many different things.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna make an appointment. Hey, listen. I need 4 people. I always try to hook. Listen, I do. I always try to hook people up.
Yes, she does.
You want to know what? Maybe that's my purpose. I just always want people to. But listen, really, really quick. I need about 4 people. Tracy, you're coming. Tracy's coming. She's like, whatever. You wanna go jump off a bridge? Wow, let's go. I'll meet you on the bridge. I love Tracy so much.
Yes.
But I need about 4 people that is willing to go with me, guys. We're going to go. We need to set up something, and we definitely need to go, and we need to experience this like together. Because whether they come or not, I know Shay will go with me. That's not a problem. I want to experience it.
And I'm
So
telling you,
so
it's
tell us
deep.
about. Is it Yo Me? How do you
Yoni.
Yoni? Oh, like your
Yoni.
Oh, okay,
Yoni
okay.
steaming.
Yoni.
Mhm.
Yoni steaming. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about its purpose other than
Yeah, I mean, it has many purposes. To become certified, I had to have it performed on me. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't even have a uterus, so why do I need to do that?
Mhm.
But, it's an emotional release for me. It was an emotional release. And it was so funny, like you said, like I had to let him go.
Mhm.
That's what I had to do through Yoni, was to let him go. But, emotionally, our uterus, we carry that, so many things in there.
Mhm.
Every hurt, all the pain, any anger is held there.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's ironic that it's held there, and then when you have a child that passes through that, they pass through that and glean that,
Mhm.
and when they come out, they may have those same emotional problems. But
I
yoni
believe
is
that.
good for so many things. Of course, fibroids, infertility, endometriosis, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Um, Another thing that I learned in another class I'm taking is about, not to sound, um, I
Just
don't
say
know.
it. Just
Yeah.
say it, Val. Just
Yeah,
say
it's just,
it.
like your period, the color of the blood is usually dark brown
Mhm.
because it's old
Mhm.
and it needs to come out because it's attached to your uterus, to the wall. So it needs to be cleaned.
Mhm.
So it should be like a pinkish color or almost like a purple color. And as long as it's brown, that means that you have dry, dead blood there. So, vaginal steaming is good for that. Vaginal steaming is good for if you have difficult, like cramping.
Mhm.
I said infertility. But the thing is that don't come with the expectation that you're going to have a yoni steaming for infertility today
And
and
then
get
tomorrow
pregnant next
you
week.
no, you're gonna get pregnant when you go home.
Right. And the thing
Mhm.
is that for infertility, there's a package, not a package, but a series of yoni steamings.
Okay.
And, yoni steamings can be done from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. And yoni steaming is done with different herbs. Everybody doesn't get the same, or they get the same basic herb,
Okay.
but like say you're coming for infertility, I'm going to use different herbs for
I
that.
was gonna ask, how do you determine?
Yes.
Do you have to like fill out a form and
Yep, you have to
okay.
do a consultation
Okay.
because you can have an IUD, but I need to know that you have an
Mhm.
IUD because I can still steam, even though they say that you can still steam, but for a shorter period of time.
Okay.
Or if you have a birth control device in your arm, I need to know that because the yoni steaming, because of the steam, will take away that coating on your uterus. So then that will enable the sperm to attach and then you could become pregnant.
Ah.
So I need to know if you had a miscarriage or you're trying to get pregnant. If you're trying to get pregnant, can't do yoni steaming.
Mhm.
Even if you're not pregnant, I still can't do it just
Mhm.
yet.
Mhm.
No. I can do it for you trying to get pregnant, but not like if you had a miscarriage.
Okay.
I need to wait a little bit.
Okay.
And it's just different, things that I need to ask you, different questions that I need to ask
Like what?
you,
Look, I'm hyped. Where's my paper? We should have
and you
ordered.
need to
We should have
do,
ordered paper so I could have did my consultation.
yeah, and it's just a whole list of things. And
Okay.
I also use water that I've prayed over and set an intention for whatever issue you're doing,
Okay.
and put different crystals in with that and prayed over that water. So it's not just I'm
Awesome. See
putting
the
water
hidden
in.
messages and word. We just talked about the book, so
Hmm.
it goes to that specific, and that is absolutely
Hmm.
awesome.
And I sit it there, and I sit it on the intention. I just write it out and sit the water on that intention,
Hmm.
pray over it, and I have crystals with that intention that relate to that intention,
Okay.
and leave it there until it's your time to
So, what
come.
are some things
That I that I'll say.
that people, may have requested the steamings for?
One came for infertility. A lot of women come for the experience,
Hmm.
and then have an emotional release. Because I do a ritual before I start. I clear the space. I clear all negativity. I do some breathing. I have you set your intention. And we talk about that. And then I'll step out, and then I make a tea with that same herb that's in that pot for you to drink. So you're getting the herbs externally and internally. And then I just listen for the energy to tell me things
Okay.
about you.
Okay.
About different things that are going on with you. And then I'll tell women what I hear, and they are like amazed that they didn't tell me that, and I can deliver that information to them. And it's the same, same thing with Reiki. It's a lot of hearing. I call it my communication with the Holy Spirit.
Hmm.
Some Reiki people will say, spiritual guides, but my spiritual guide is God and
Hmm.
the Holy Spirit. So
Hmm.
that's who I hear, and that's who I listen to, and that's the information that I convey to you. But yoni it is such an experience. It's very, very hot.
Okay.
I can lower the temperature. And I try to do a detox of your body at the same
I was
time.
going to say, is it more like more so like a detox period because
Yeah.
that hotness make you sweat and
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm. And then the tea,
I am
and
like so intrigued.
I
'Cause
come
I
in
didn't
and
even know
out.
you
Like I
did
don't
that.
stay in like stare at you.
Hmm.
I'll come in and say, oh, I might say, like one lady I came in and said, are you having some issues with your family? Like accepting some of the things you want to do. And she's like, yeah. I said, there's like a lot of bitterness, a lot of evil going on in your
Hmm.
family. And she's like, yeah, it's a lot of things I really need to clean up, in my family. But it's just, and it's almost like an emotional time,
Hmm.
with you and yourself. And then I just come in and intercede with
That is
what I
so
hear,
awesome.
and then usually I tell women to wear like loose fitting clothing or skirts, and you leave with no underwear
Hmm.
because you want to get grounded to the earth,
Hmm.
and your chakra to get grounded to the earth, and leave, as you walk out being grounded to the earth.
Do you make the chakra beads? Do you have those as well, or
No, the
you?
waist beads.
Hmm.
No, but I know someone who does, and you can order them online.
I know, but I wasn't
But I don't
sure
want
if they was the
to
real ones or not.
those, like if I ordered, I'm thinking about ordering them and then I pray over them, and not just have you haphazardly order them,
Hmm.
because there's different crystals that you could get for different things, and I
Hmm.
would rather you have that waist bead that is pertinent to what is going on with you. And it's the same thing with oh God, what are the beads we have? The yoni pearls.
Oh, the pearls.
Those I have. The crystals I have. I check your chakras, to see if they're open, see what's going on. And it's just a whole myriad of things that go on. It's not just, I've seen on, what is a Groupon, where you can go get yoni steaming, with a whole group of people. So what are you just sitting on the pot? Like,
Yeah.
And for me, it's anything that I do is just more than that. It's not, I come and just massage you, or you come and just get a yoni steam. It's my connection to you, my entering into your energy space and seeing what's really going on with you. So it's and I think that that's why my clients like me a lot, because I just take them to a different place, for that 60 minutes or, 45 minutes, depending on what we're doing.
I think that is absolutely,
it's an experience.
absolutely amazing. And we're definitely going to talk. We're going to talk. Guys, the cover time is 6:47. For those who are on here, thank you guys so much for each and every one of you who are listening in, who joined in, and for everybody who's holding their mouth like me, okay? While you were talking, I was just holding my mouth like, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. So we're going to discuss more about that. I need you to definitely put that out there. Is it a certain price for certain things, or is it a standard price?
That's a standard price. It's $120.
Okay.
Right now I'm having a special for $99. And as a matter of fact, we will extend that to your listeners for $99 till January 18th. That's my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
So
guys, from now until January the 18th, we definitely have to, hi Tabitha, we definitely need to meet up, link up. I'm going to make sure we put all of your information out there so we can set up. I'm definitely going to set mine up within the next 2 weeks. So, guys, I'll just be the dummy. I'll just throw myself out there, okay? Just throw myself out there and get myself in. But I definitely want to experience it. I definitely want to, because I've read so much about it, and I've seen so many people talk about it, but I wasn't too, people energy. Sometimes when you're around certain people, then
everybody's energy is not
I'm like,
good.
where did you go? And you look the places up, and things like that. I just want to be right. I just want it to be. I just want it to be right. So that is absolutely awesome. I'm going to make sure I extend that to everybody and let everyone know. So that is amazing. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And thank you for going even more into detail in reference to what it is and how you do it, per se. I know that a lot of people, they have questions. They want to know how the steaming is done, and, because yeah, you can go on Groupon and get one for $20 or $40 or however much they get it. But if it's supposed to be a whole experience behind it, don't just tub me and walk out.
Exactly. And when you
and it's like next.
Yeah, and that's the thing, when you set your appointment up, I keep stepping on your corner.
Oh, that's okay.
When you set your appointment up, I usually get there, like say if your appointment's at 5, I'll probably get there at 4, and I purge the room with my sage. I couldn't think of the word. I pray in there. I sage myself.
Wait a minute now, sage. Now let's talk about that. Listen, all right. We ain't got enough time. Because I believe in that. I believe in the sage, and I believe in that, and I say all the time that is something that I also want to do, as well in my home. In my home and around my daughter, and just in my atmosphere, period.
Because you want to take away all negativity, and just, take away anything that doesn't belong in my space. I want everything to be purged out, and I'll say different things, and, because I do Reiki, I'll make a Reiki symbol, for healing, or a Reiki symbol for this. And, do it over myself, put it in my hands. I'll put it in my hands so that when I touch you, you know, and sometimes I'll just say, you know, Reiki on when I'm massaging someone, and you know, they're like, you know, I really felt a lot of heat there, and I'll stay there. You know, sometimes I'll just keep my hands there. I won't massage you anymore. And the heat that is generated from my energy and what's going on. I had a lady come. She had some issues in her abdomen, and I just couldn't stop massaging her abdomen. And she said, you know, I felt it from the top of my head to my toes. And she said, I feel so much better. And that's the thing with Reiki. It just takes you to where, you know, you need it to be. So Reiki is a whole other cool thing too.
That is so amazing. We definitely have to bring you back to discuss that more. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining. It is 6:51 p.m. We have about 9 minutes, but I want to now talk about happy birthday to Benny, because his birthday is tomorrow. So we are going to say happy birthday today. He's partying. Y'all know.
Yes,
he is partying, and this is your virtual book signing for who ordered these shoes. So please let everyone know a little bit about that book, how they can reach for you for that book, other than me splitting it all over Facebook, which I'm going to do. The price of the book, and things like that within this last timing.
Well, tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Facebook, Author Arthur V. Stancill, I will be doing my virtual book release. So I don't have my book because of the holiday. I couldn't get my books on time. So that's why everything had to change. So I will do a virtual book release. I will talk about some things out of the book.
Okay.
I will have, my banners. I'm going to have some balloons and different things. And have some little excerpts about the book. Acknowledge some people to help me to write the book, and celebrate his life, and when I say his life that he fought for 14 years, and never gave up, and we all talk about healing, believe in God for healing, and I know I was one of them that, I was angry at God because I prayed for his healing and he wasn't healed. But he was healed.
I was going to say.
He just wasn't healed on this side.
And he wasn't healed the way you thought healing should take place.
And that's another thing that I really want to emphasize is that, don't ever doubt, that you don't have what you asked God for. It's just not in the way that you wanted it. Because God honored everything that I said. He gave him 14 years instead of 2.5 to 3. When they would tell me go home and make preparations, I would come home and I was like, God, you cannot take him now. What am I going to do? I'm not ready. And I remember. No, that's what we got. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and the book. So the book is $20. And you can order the book on Cash App right now.
What is your Cash App? Okay, listen to all the people that's over there wanting to know how much the book is in the middle of the interview. They're like, okay, cut the crap. Just tell us how much the book is.
The book is $20. And you can order it on my Cash App. It is Arthur V. Stancill. $, Arthur V. Stancill. And right now, I'm not going to charge you for shipping, so you can just order the book if you're not coming to the book signing, which is January the 13th at 7 p.m. in Riverton, 600 Main Street in Riverton, New Jersey, from 7 to 9. There'll be giveaways, raffles, refreshments.
May I ask what date it is? I'm so sorry.
January 12th.
What day?
Oh, Saturday.
That's a Saturday. Okay. Just so I can make sure, because I'm going to definitely try my best to get there. I would love to be there. So okay, go ahead.
And or you can inbox me on Facebook, Arthur V. Stancill. You can I'm on Instagram, Arthur V. Stancill. I don't have a website as yet. I'm still working on that. but by the time of the book signing, I'll have my website information. But again, you can, just reach out to me via Facebook, Instagram. You can even go on my business page, cloud9wellness.org, and order the book. And I think that's it. That's the best way to order.
So really quick, I just want to be sure because I'm typing it in as we speak. Author V stand $, Author V Stancill is to order the book if they cannot make it. The signing goes on January the 12th.
Yes.
Okay. At what time?
7 p.m.
Okay. And how long is the free shipping?
To the end of the month.
Okay. I just want to make sure I have all of that together, all of that intact. So
for your
people.
Yes,
so as they see it, and that is going to also be on, all of our pages and things like that. So I'm so happy I brought you on as early as I did.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it's over.
I know. Aw. I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for coming on. I want to thank you for accepting, because I think I asked you like 2 weeks ago, right? I know. I'm so bad at that. I've been like,
it's all in its time.
I'm like, hey, don't you want to come? So, but I thank you so much. I thank you for pushing my platform with purpose. Because, like I said before, we're here, and we have this gateway to share so much with so many. Let's not make a mockery of it. Let's not play with it. So I thank you so much for coming. I thank you for sharing your story. I thank you for the information in reference to massages and yoni that I'm definitely going to take part of and possibly do payment and stuff for that like soon.
Yeah.
And so for massages and things like that, do you have a separate website for that, or is it still under? So
no,
what is that
my
information?
website for my business is www.cloud9wellness.org, and also I have some specials on there until the end of the month. I think I have so many specials. There is 60 minutes for $49.95, which is regularly $75.
Is there an expiration date to use it?
6 months.
Okay.
6 months. And then you'll see it. It's Swedish, deep tissue, even prenatal, and then another package I have, which is reflexology, where I massage your back and your feet, because your feet mirror your body, all the organs of your body. So we touch on each one of those in the reflexology. So that's a pretty popular package. But all the prices are on there, the savings are on there, and it's on to the end of the month. But for you, for your readers, I'm still in the book mode. For your followers, it will be January 18th.
Okay. So guys, you guys heard it, right? Up until January the 18th, make sure you guys check out the blog. I'm blogging with V-Spot and Change Wow. That will be up no later than Monday. You guys know I need a couple of days to do the blog, but definitely everything will be out there. All of her information will be out there. Information about her books, about massages, and just everything, period. So we are speaking to Valerie Stancill. Thank you so much for coming on, and we're going to say the hand healer. Okay, because there's definitely something in her hands that is so much more powerful than anyone knows. And those footsteps was ordered definitely for a reason. So I thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
I thank you for taking the time, and I thank you, daughter, who's over in the background, guys. She ain't even come forth. You want to come around and just say hello? No? Oh, she like, no, boo. She said, no, boo, you had me. Okay, you tried to play me like that place on 52nd and Race. No. We ain't going to do it. I'm in a good space. Valerie is close and my energy is good, okay? I'm just saying. So I thank you guys so much for coming. I thank you so much for just sharing your story. Sharing your story and where you are now and your passion and your healing. I'm glad to be able to take place or be in the leeway and the gateway to your healing. So I thank you so much, Benny. Thank you. Thank you so much for just allow her to be who she is. And I thank you so much. I thank you for, you know, sometimes you don't want to say thank you for going through what you went through. You know, sometimes people are like, wait, why you want to thank me for? But I thank you because I don't know, um, or I haven't come in contact yet with anyone who has had, you know, the disease or things like that. But I thank you so much for becoming part of Val's hookup. So definitely
Thank
will be
you.
thank you for be throwing your name out there, like, oh, you know. But I thank you for that because it just means so much more to me.
Thank you so much for having me and, you know, taking a chance on me and helping me to promote my book and my business and to be able to get my story out there. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely have to bring you back for um, the I Survive series. We definitely have
I
to
would
bring you
love to
back.
come back.
So I thank you so much. I thank you so much. I thank you for coming on. Thank you, V Spot. Thank you, PQRadio1.com. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, YouTube, for finally working. Thank you to all of my Instagram family. Thank you to my Facebook Live family who stayed, who shared, who may have questions, who was unsure, who's going to go with me to get that yoni. Those 4 people, those 3 people, because Trey's coming. Those 3 other people that's going to go. And you know what, look, guys, let's just release. Let's just honestly leave
Absolutely.
whatever we need to leave in 2018. And let's be healed for real in 2019. And let's walk. And those hills that is so uncomfortable when we're so used to wearing those flats. And let's just stand tall and just be healed for real from everything. So I thank you so much. Do you want to do your shout outs before we say good night?
Do I want to do what?
Your shout outs. Do you have any shout outs?
To who?
I don't know. Big up to Benny.
Yes, shout out to Benny. Thank you, Benny. I want to say shout out to my daughter. She is like my biggest cheerleader. You see, she's here with me. She does everything with me.
And behind the scenes.
Yes, my son. I hate this. I don't say son-in-law. My son Mike. You know, everybody that has helped me. You know, I want to send a special shout out to Pastor Joy for pushing me and being in my corner even when she didn't know she was. For Tracy for just introducing me to you. You know, Tracy and you are just like such awesome women, and I just thank God for you. And that's it. That's my shout outs for today.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
guys, all of our information is online. Everything that you guys may want, any questions, everything was listed out there. Again, as soon as the blog is up, because I'm going to make sure I have all of her information on the blog as well. You guys can always revert back to the YouTube channel because all of her information is going to be on there as well. I'm glad I got you guys home. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you don't have to help the kids with the homework. Normally we're eating. So whoever's eating dinner without me, how dare you? Normally, if I don't have a guest, we're eating, going, okay? But I thank you guys so much. I thank you guys for, thinking about chocolate with me. We talked about the bird box. Go look up Jason Mimosa. That's all I'm going to say. And as always, it's your girl, Change Val, the Vibe Sender, sharing nothing but positive vibes on PQRadio1.com. I thank you guys so much for joining. Again, this is a platform with purpose, and I don't take it lightly. Until next Thursday, guys, I will talk to you soon. Here's some going out music, okay?
That was cool.
Yeah, you did an awesome job. Look, the music like I don't want to play.
So how do you pick your music? Oh, so already made for you?
Okay, guys, we're just going to go. The music doesn't want to play. Oh, I'm not going to. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Give me a hug. Oh, I got to end this. Look. I didn't even end it. I'm like, it's. But,